Good morning, this is Baba today with Pennystocking 100 to 1000. Welcome back to the series where we take a fresh account on Webull, starting with just $100 and show you the journey it takes to grow that $100 into $1,000 over time. And we're back. Today is May 17th, 2019. We're having a red week, or a red day in the market. Bitcoin is also having a corrective downward trend. And let me show you where we are now on the account. Yeah, not doing a great job. Let me show you what happened. You can see we are in OTLK. Everyone and their grandmothers was in OTLK this week, Thursday and Friday. We finally hopped aboard. A little too late maybe, but we finally hopped aboard. Let me show you where we went wrong. We got in on HLTH down here, minus 21, HLTH. This is unfortunate because I was looking at in the pre-market, I was looking at my screener and OTLK popped up, and it was at 103 at the time. It had closed at around 90 cents. I figured, it might be a little overextended. It was already up over 20% or so. And I figured it might be a little overextended. I didn't want to get in and chase that and that'd be too late. So I decided against that, and I saw HLTH pop up a few ticks under OTLK, so I figured that might be a move that might make some progress as OTLK died out. Didn't work out that way. OTLK went through the roof, so nobody paid any attention to HLTH. But I had already gotten in. I got in on this one, HLTH. I got in at 9.12 in the pre-market. The high in the pre-market was $19.99, so almost 20 cents. But it was only 20 shares. And even so, I did not follow my rules at all because this stock was very, very illiquid. Only about 90,000 shares had traded in the pre-market when I got in. So it was very illiquid, not a lot going on. So I really went against my rules and it bit me in the butt. That's unfortunate. So we got in at 18 cents a share in the pre-market, and we didn't actually get out until Friday morning at 10:01 when we finally decided to chase OTLK. So we missed out on a lot. I can show you the chart for HLTH. So as I said, it was trading at about around 18-19 in the pre-market. I got in at 18. And so the market opened up. The high was right around here, 1783. So that was the high, and it settled around there most of that morning. And that's where I also saw that OTLK was going through the roof. It had hit around the 130s and started settling around the 130s, 120s, 130s area. I thought maybe it might be done. So, my emotions kicked in. I said, I'm just going to hold HLTH. I missed OTLK. Screw it. I'm going to hold HLTH. And this is really bad. You should not do this at home. So I held that most of the morning, even though I should have been out for roughly break even or a small loss around this choppiness where it wasn't doing anything. I should have been out there, but I didn't. I back held it. I said, screw it. I'm already, upset that I missed out. I'm going to sleep. So I rolled over, went to sleep, let HLTH do its thing. And this was it doing its thing. Closed around 13-14 cents a share, so I was already down quite a bit. So I went and held that overnight. Since I was already down, I said, you know what, just hold it overnight. At least you'll save your day trade because you're already going to lose on this trade. Save a day trade and get out tomorrow morning. So I got out. I tried to wait and get out for around 17 cents a share. So I put my sell order in the pre-market because I wanted it to fill on the open because a lot of the market orders come through on the open. So I figured I might have a good chance of getting out at 17. I put my order in at $16.99 actually, just to make sure. I don't know how this works or if it's an execution problem with Webull or what, but I actually saw, it doesn't actually show you here. Let me see if I can find it. Nope, that's not it. Well, I actually saw on the level 2 that there was a massive order of 25,000 shares of this at 17 cents. I don't know how that works on the open, right on the open, but 17 cents a share, 25,000 went through. My $16.99 of only 667 shares was not included in that order. So I did not get filled at $16.99. So I was a little upset about that. So I ended up back holding that again on Friday morning. And of course, it didn't do much. So, I said, you know what, we're out of this. It's going to cut our losses. I'm not going to hold this thing for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It's not going to happen. That's not me anymore. So I went ahead and cut the losses at 10:01 a.m. around there in that candlestick. And that was that. So I ended up getting out at just under 15 cents, about 14.80. So we ended up getting out there. And we decided to go ahead and join the OTLK train. So we hopped aboard that train. We got in a little bit late. I tried to save pennies. When I got in, it was around here on Friday at 10 o'clock. That's when I started looking at it. So this candlestick here is where we got in at, right there. The high was 272, but when I started looking at it, it started having crazy strength. It was in the 230s. I decided, I want to try to get a good fill, a cheap fill. So trying to save pennies, trying to get like 232 instead of getting like 235. Trying to save pennies. It started going up without me. It started going through the roof. Next thing you know, it's in the 240s. I said, you know what, I'll screw it. So I go ahead and put in my buy order at 245. We get filled at 245. A little late just because I was trying to save pennies. And it goes to 272. And that was the high there. So 272, around there. We were up maybe 8-9% because again we got in a little late. So we were up maybe 8-9%. I thought that wasn't enough. I wanted to, I guess, got in my emotions, and because I had that, 17-18% loss on HLTH, I wanted to make up some of those, recoup some of those losses. So I want to stay in a little bit longer. I was hoping for maybe $3 a share. So I got a little greedy on this one. This is unlike me. So it dropped back down from 270s, and then it settled mostly in the. So I missed my chance to get out, and it settled mostly this midday around the 220s, 230s area. And usually that would be a good sign, but I think because the markets were overall down, instead of getting that consolidation and the bounce back in the power hour, we actually got consolidation and a breakdown into the power hour. Again, because the markets are down, and also Fridays are historically a rough day for a lot of stocks because people don't really want to hold these things over the weekend. So we got that crash down at the end of the day. So it got down to around a low of, $2. So it did hold at $2 today pretty well. So that was a decent sign. So I decided to go ahead and, stay in. At least it won't be a day trade. So we'll have all 3 of our day trades for next week. So decided to stay in for that. We're going to hold on to this for a little while. It might retest at 270s on Monday in the pre-market. Maybe I'll be out there and take the 8-9% gain or whatever. Maybe. If it's really looking strong, maybe we'll stay in towards the $3 area. A lot of people might think this will become the next BPTH, another biotech stock that rose from 2 to 70 in like a few days. That's wishful thinking. That will be nice if I can get involved in that, and it does that. I'd be up over $1,000. The series will be finished. That will be great, but that's wishful thinking. Best case scenario, I'm thinking maybe $3 or $4. So maybe I'm setting my price tag at around $3. That will be nice. We can go and take that win hopefully on Monday. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario is it drops down a little bit, retests this here around the 180s, and it kind of settles about 2 before dropping again, and we're probably just going to cut our losses at 2. Worst case scenario, and the account will probably be down to about $80 at that point. So a little rough, a little rough, but we will bounce back from this. We just have to start back following our rules. That's really the gist of it. You have to follow your rules. you know, I've been doing okay. The account is down nearly 15%, so that's unfortunate. But, you know, I've been doing okay at the start, you know, all is green, all is green. But it really doesn't make a difference if I'm doing that and then I'm not staying consistent, and then I'm having these, you know, 2 big losses at the bottom, because I refuse to follow my rules. So it's not really going to make a difference. If you add it up even, you can see the 2 losses at the bottom, roughly $50 in losses compared to the green, about 12, 22, 30, about 40, around $45, something like that, $46. So, you know, more green wins than red losses. However, the green is failing to actually match up to those red losses. So, you know, you can have the strategy in, but if you don't follow your rules, it can go to the crapper in just a few plays, as you can see. So I just have to get back on track and follow my rules 100%, because this is going to be a long journey. This is going to be a long series if I do not get into shape. And so we will get back into it next week on Monday. We will have 3-day trades to work with. So hopefully this has a continuation. OTLK has a continuation, hopefully. We are looking forward to that. And we'll get back at it next week. And I just encourage you all to stay motivated, stay inspired, study hard, don't hold the bag, pick your stocks to trade wisely using the criteria that I have outlined in my ebook, The Only Penny Stocking Strategy You Need from $100 to $1,000. And hopefully penny stocks will reward you. Thank you.